to all our learners. Welcome to CEC lecture. Dear learners, the topic of analysis is Systems Approach in International Relations. The lecture shall be of great use for learners preparing for competitive examination, higher studies, learners from the realm of global politics, international relations theory, comparative politics, political theory, amongst others. The lecture shall explain the systems approach in IR, taking inputs from how it gave important ideas with respect to comparative politics, political studies, amongst others, and also then discuss that how in present time nations' behavior and influences can influence as well as be influenced by the international environment. With the focus on, as the lecture goes on, we shall try to focus on the research and other related reference book. The lecture shall present an analysis then of the systems approach in IR, that how international politics, like other forms of processes, involves describable regularities in the interaction amongst nations, and as such this can be analyzed and explained as international system. So in the lecture we shall look at international relations from the perspective of the systems approach and looking at the international system as important for international politics study. The systems approach in IR as an approach to the study of international politics, it is macroscopic as well as microscopic studies of regional subsystems which form parts of the international system. The systems approach in IR presents an attempt to decipher overall view of the relations amongst nations. Let's now have an insight into the nature of the systems approach. It attempts to analyze international relations as a system of interactions which are interdependent and interrelated. International relation is seen in the aspect and the ambit of akin to a system of behavior of international actors, wherein each nation acts and reacts in the international environment, and its behavior is characterized by regularities. The influence of the international environment and its related aspect also is taken into account. To take a very important word from our online research, this is by McClellan, remarking that a nation's behavior is a two-way activity taking from and giving to international environment. The systems theories of IR focus on the structure of the international system to explain the behavior and interactions of the systems unit. Now, what are the units? It's the states, and states collectively constitute a system of states. Let's define system in the next step. A system consists of a known set of actors and entities, or a known set of variables, be it political machinery, attitudes, interests, political activities, which set parameters to the study. Also to point out here, a system exists when visible regularities characterize relationship of variables to each other. Therefore, the broad idea that we get here is system implies a set of variables, inputs, entities which are interrelated and interdependent. Let's go to the next realm, wherein we will look at the assumptions of the systems approach. The systems approach in IR begins with the assumption that international relations can be studied and analyzed as a set of relations among international actors. Then it assumes that participation in international environment gives rise to regular mutual exchanges. Herein there is a difference also, namely international actors and national actors. That is national and supranational actors too. That is, international actors can be classified into two broad categories, namely national actors acting in the international environment, and the second realm, supranational actors, say United Nations, regional organizations and other international agencies. The idea of system of interaction is also an important assumption. That is, international system is constituted by a set of interactions amongst the actors, the entities, namely nations, interests, international actors. Then there is an assumption that there is a continuous process of interactions among international actors and entities. A very important book that we often take into account the ideas, that is of David Easton, A Framework for Political Analysis. Though Easton's work is studied with reference to the study of comparative politics, yet we must refer to it to explain the idea of systems perspective in IR. According to Easton, political system is an interaction in any society through which authoritative and binding allocations of values are made and implemented. Political system as a unit of analysis and concentrated on intra-system behavior. Political systems are looked at as both open and adaptive. Easton's input-output model is very important, and we'll take a quick reference to it, that is namely with reference to the demands and support. Demands can be excessive in quantity, and political system does not allow demands to enter, all the demands to enter the system. Demands could be allocation of goods and services like wages, education, health, regulation of behavior, public safety, amongst others. Demands cannot be satisfied without support. Support implies the material support like payment of taxes, participatory support, amongst others. With reference to Easton's outputs, namely the policies and distribution of resources. In this link, feedback is also very important, that how feedback, which is a communicative process which produces action in response to information about the political system. Now, systems theory, which was presented by David Easton, has a very important place in comparative politics, but it also influenced IR also. Morton Kaplan has been the chief exponent of the systems approach in international relations. International politics, the concept of system is used as a tool for investigating all phenomena. International system, if we go by Kaplan's work, it's the most incisive as it is constituted by those interactions amongst international actors which are neither fully cooperative nor fully conflictual. Subsystems and a set of actors, namely international and supranational actors, are also important. Thereby, the focus on the constitution by interactions amongst the international actors. Morton Kaplan presents to us 6 models of international system. Let's have a look at them one by one. The balance of power system. This model of international system refers to the idea, that is the balance of power system, that operated in the 19th century Europe, constituted by say 5 or 7 major powers. Each actor seeks to increase its capabilities through negotiation and not through resort to war. Actors maintain a balance in their power position, and no actor is permitted to become unduly powerful. The next perspective from Morton Kaplan's model is the bipolar model, and bipolar model has 2 forms: the loose bipolar and the tight bipolar. The loose bipolar system comes into existence when two powerful nations are successful in organizing the other nations into their respective competing blocks. The tight bipolar system, each bloc is dominated by a major power. The international organizations are very weak and there are no neutral blocs or nations. International relations take the form of interaction between the two blocs. The next, universal system, which is a hypothetical model in which the world gets transformed into a federal world state based on the principle of mutual tolerance and universal rule of law. The hierarchical system, wherein a single powerful superpower may bring either through a conquest or a treaty all other nations under its control. And the last, unit veto system, the conception of situation of multipolarity in which each state is equally powerful. Each possesses weapons that can be used for it for destroying any other state, and it becomes stable when each state can resist or retaliate threats from every other state. So the focus elements what we get in the study of the systems perspective in IR, and also the insights that we get from Morton Kaplan's 6 models here, is that relationship between international system and the states is reciprocal. How the system impacts shaping the behavior and interaction of the states is an important aspect that must be factored in. Now, the systemic thinking, it became very central to IR, and we must take into account with the publication of Kenneth Waltz' Theory of International Politics. Waltz put forward the idea of anarchy, that is lack of central organizing principle, as one of the key aspects to transform the realist ideas from just 6 principles of political realism to a concrete theory to explain the power struggle in IR. The idea of states as the main actor existing in the context of a system wherein there is anarchy and above all differentiation of capabilities of the units. Related to Kenneth Waltz's perspectives presented in Theory of International Politics, the systemic thinking has been also presented by other important works in IR. So the idea here is that there has been diversity of ideas to underline the systemic working, to underline the focus of structures, to look at structures defining the interaction of IR from different lenses. Levi and Thompson's work, it provides comprehensive overview of the system level theories, and their work which focuses mainly on the realist and hegemonic theories of conflict. At the same time, Alexander Whedon, who follows Walt's systems approach but expands this conception and his research to account for the role of unit level factors and also underlining the importance of identity. When we try to understand the systems approach, we must also now critically evaluate it. We take reference to the ideas presented by Robert J. Leiber, wherein limitations of the systems approach are presented. Systems approach, as the critiques have pointed out, are yet not theories, but rather they're only conceptual frameworks that cannot lay down an intellectual framework or policy with reference to IR. Then there is a critique that is there is lack of operationalization of concepts. Above all, the gap between theory and research, and this research being linked to the actual reality. With respect to the systems perspective in IR, critics have also pointed out that how it ignores values the importance of the historical and the ideological factors. Dwelling on the critical aspects, we now look at the critique of the Kaplan's 6 models of international systems. Critics have pointed out several limitations of it, namely with reference to limited understanding, ignoring the role of the economical, technological, personality, geopolitical and other related political factors that have a bearing on international relations. Robert J. Leiber, as we present his ideas from our online search through Google, and we quote him, that he's also observed that while claiming to predict behavior within a particular kind of international system, they do not extend much beyond that level of definition, in that the distinction between. Now, as we are delving on the system's perspective in IR, let's now take some book references to add more to our analysis, to add more to our answers, and to help us better in preparation of our competitive examination, higher studies, research papers, amongst others. We take reference to the work of Robert Jervis, that is, System Effects, Complexity in the Political and Social Life. This work is from Princeton University Press, 1998. Jervis' main idea is that one has to accept the fact that we are living in a world where things are interconnected. And in this interconnected realm, the unintended consequences of our actions are unavoidable as well as unpredictable, and where the total effect of behavior is not equal to the sum of individual actions. Jervis' works, draws on wide range of human endeavors to explain the nature of the system's effect, and from therein emerges, developing a rigorous understanding of politics. That is, with reference to Jervis' critique of systemic theories of international politics, and herein the special focus is on Kenneth Walt's work, examining what it means to act in a system, how political actors might change, they might modify, they might adapt their behavior in anticipation of the system effects, and how it explores how system theories of political behavior might account for the role of anticipation and strategy in political action. So, the idea that our systems are far more complex than what our theories assume, and that unintended consequences should be expected. So, this is an important addition on the idea or the main perspective the systems theory put forward. And above all, as we are analyzing the critical perspective with reference to the ideas on the systemic perspective, the systems theory, the notion of how an international system and how this notion in contemporary time, the idea of international system remains contested. So, in this realm, no single introduction, no single definite criteria can be there to the systems theory in IR. One must take these issues into account while delving on the systems theory in IR. Another important work, that is by Barry Buzan and Richard Little, looking at and the title of the book, International Systems in World History, Remaking the Study of International Relations, from Oxford University Press, 2000. Now, this book, dear learners, gives a historical overview of the systemic thinking in American international relations theory and the English school. The book tries to compare and contrast. It recasts the study of international relations with a macro historical insights and perspective. This work attempts to show that how the core concepts they work across time, and how this sets out a new agenda and a new intellectual role for the discipline also. This must also be studied in order to understand that how there is a remaking with reference to deep contestations, with respect to comparative contrast in development of ideas, and which have a bearing on the overall IR theory. Another important work by Beer Baromolier, that is Great Powers and the International System, Systemic Theory in the Empirical Perspective. Now, why we must look at this theory is that how this work presents an analysis of different traditions of the systemic theorizing that have developed in the field, while simultaneously developing a new systems theory based on mathematical model. So, dear learners, as we try to dwell on the systems theory, it is very essential for us to understand the ideas presented by this perspective, not only with reference to IR, but we must first try to understand the ideas that this perspective presents with respect to other disciplines. The systems theory has been worked out in different perspectives and different streams of light by various academic theorists. So, in this regard, the very idea that is international relations can be analyzed in a definite sense of set of relations amongst the actors needs to be deeply understood. Then the idea that how very possible there is a possibility of discovering variable regularities. Now, when at the domestic level, this is somewhere easy because there is a definite conception of law and order. There is a rule of law, constitution at the level of respective nation states to guide the activity. This is definitely missing when we try to look at the international reality. Herein, the task of looking at system with reference to regularities, interdependence, interactions between related variable with respect to the idea of interrelationship and interdependent, the systems perspective tries to give insight into such a interface wherein the participation in international environment is assumed to give rise to regular mutual exchanges. There is a continuous process of interaction amongst international actors and entities, and based on this assumption, drawing inputs from other work, as we saw that it was David Easton who pioneered the political system analysis and the systems approach, looking at political system as open and adaptive from the framework of input and output, demands and support with the feedback mechanism. Morton Kaplan and other related work, what we see here is they use this very idea of system with reference to interaction, interrelation, interdependence as a tool for investigating the related phenomena. International system is used in a very inclusive sense where the state is there in the international arena with other issues like national interests, other non-state actors amongst others. With time, as global realities have got contested, the systems and the 6 models of Morton Kaplan have also been critiqued namely with reference to analysis based on limited understanding, need to look at new inputs into IR. Similarly, when we look at that how the systemic thinking in IR has been present in the ideas of Kenneth Waltz, Levi and Thompson, Alexander Whedon, and all of it tries to look at this idea of the structural inputs from a different lens. So, thereby the main idea, that is systems approach, they are yet not theories, but there are important conceptual framework, and these conceptual framework must be rigorously understood to have a deeper understanding of international politics. However, at the same time, one must have the bearing that notion of international system, it remains contested. So, therefore, there cannot be just one single grand narrative, no single one perspective to delineate and underline the systems theory in IR. Dear learners, we leave you with some important reference book in order to study the paper well. Do refer to the work by Barry Buzan and Richard Little. Do refer to the work by other theorists by Beer Baromolier, David Easton, Morton Kaplan, Kenneth Waltz, Robert Jervis, amongst others. Dear learners, we hope the lecture on systems perspective, systems theory in IR gave you important inputs and insights to prepare for your higher studies, to prepare for your competitive examinations, prepare for your research papers in the realm of global politics, comparative politics, political studies, amongst others. We look forward to positive, encouraging feedback from you all for the lecture. Thank you very much for being with us for the lecture.